What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 46 of our Madden 24 Philadelphia Eagles franchise mode here on the channel. We have ourselves a quick kind of intermittent episode here for today's episode. We are in the bye week right now. I gotta take this week just to kind of take a look at how players are doing. You know, kind of worry about contracts in the next season, and kind of give you guys a heads up on what we're going to be doing or looking into in free agency. Because, you know, a lot of those things are key. We do have a salary cap we have to abide by. So when we come into the free agency, you know, we got to be like, okay, this is what we're going to be working with. This is what we need to target. Same thing at the draft. But main thing, though, this is the first place Eagles team. Let's be honest. Zach Wilson came into this team, and he turned the whole team around. For no reason, Zach Wilson came out here, did his thing, and he rocked out like, you know, Nick Foles in 2017. I don't know how he did it. Jalen Hurts, not Jalen Hurts, he's hurt. He's got something wrong with his shoulder. Zach Wilson stepped up, and he's done wonders so far here in Philadelphia. A bunch of players will get some upgrades here coming out of, you know, just having an R&R week. You know, light walk through some film, and that's it. The rest of the week, we're done here. No practices, really. We are take some time for them to get better. And honestly, I gotta call myself out for a second. Last episode, I made a mistake. I made a verbal mistake. I said that Lane Johnson and Fletcher Cox are the only two players left on this team since the 2017 team. Fletcher Cox, I do understand, retired during this, you know, after the season concluded. Him, Jason Kelsey, they retired. They're done. They hung up the cleats. Fletcher Cox currently in game is our DT3, so he is still on the team. In game, he did retire in real life. I also forgot that Jake Elliott was on that team. Entirely slipped my mind that the best kicker in the NFL. It just slipped my mind for some reason that I don't know. I don't know how he just didn't, you know, ring up in my mind of him being on the team. Just the entire lack of, I don't know, on my part. I apologize to Jake Elliott because, he was on that Super Bowl team. He has himself a ring, and, thanks, Caleb Sturgis for getting hurt. Appreciate that. I hate Caleb Sturgis. Worst kicker, honestly, I've ever seen for the Eagles, Caleb Sturgis. So glad they got rid of him. You know, and Jake Elliott's now our kicker. But we are cruising along here, though, as we are upgrading our players. You know, again, a lot of the depth guys, they are getting upgraded left and right. You like to see that out of them. We're definitely getting our depth players. Chad Johnson Jr., you know, get into a 70 overall there. I mean, he was a scheme-fit playmaker. I mean, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Let's see, we got Eli Ricks. I mean, I don't know. I've tried to get Ricks on the field. Problem, his overall is so low that he's a liability out there. So we can't even throw him out there for him to get upgraded. It's just because he becomes a liability out there, and then it just doesn't work out well, which is super duper frustrating. But here we go. Max Borghi. Love me some Max Borghi. He hasn't really gotten the touches, honestly, this season, as opposed to he did the last season. Yeah, I think Borghi. Big fan of Max right here. Don't know why I am. I just am. I think it has to do back to our old Madden 20... Is it Madden 21? Maybe Madden 20. Where we did the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think we had Max Borghi as our running back. I believe that is partially why we're big Max Borghi fans here on the channel. For no reason besides the fact that he was the key contributor to one of our previous franchises. But as we're making our way through our depth guys, you know, Luke Leachy right here, tight end 2, I think, because we don't have Stoll anymore. Do we have a tight end 2 above him, or is he tight end 2? I don't know. Tom Griffith, he's back again. Back up left tackle, 66 overall depth guy right here. Not too bad, honestly. You can always look to upgrade the depth pieces. That's never a bad thing to do. Stetson Bennett, the 4th year out of Georgia. Well, you know what I've realized? Out of all of the players, he's never played a game. So yeah, he was the Rams' backup to start the series off. But because his overall is so low, he's not stepped into the game at all. He technically has never had his NFL debut yet. So I'm thinking definitely final game of the season. You know, if as long as Zach Wilson can bring his team to a playoff clinching game, I think Stetson Bennett's going to get himself some action this season. But Shane Simon, he's going to round out our last upgrade here for our bye week. So he's up to a 64 overall. Look at that. Bunch of players here that need contracts. Dean, Lane Johnson wants a re-up. Cam Jurgens, Bradbury, Eli Ricks, Goodrich, Calcaterra. Just bunch of players. I think Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, they're going to be on their 5th-year options, which we can't accept until the end of the season. So, yeah. Devonta Smith, all right, we're going to offer him a player-friendly deal. 5 years, $14.2, a $12.8 million signing bonus. And the Slim Reaper, yeah, he's going to stay put here in Philadelphia. Him and A.J. Brown, they're going to be locked up for the foreseeable future. Dallas Goedert as well. I get it, Goddard, not really one of the main targets here in Philadelphia, especially with AJ, especially with Devontae, but he stretches the field out there, and when he gets hot, he gets hot. Nakobe Dean, let's bring him back. He's the heart of this defense right now, star linebacker. He's not that middle linebacker anymore. It's been taken up by Jeremiah, but Nakobe Dean definitely a key contributor to this team's defense. But going into next week, we are taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. As they're 4-8. Eagles are 9-3. They're first in the division too.